Hello everyone, welcome to another episode where we teach you math concepts. Today we'll be learning about inverse proportions, a concept which some of you might have known. Contents of the day. Firstly, we'll introduce you to proportions. Secondly, we'll understand the question. Thirdly, we'll calculate the answer. Lastly, we'll come to a conclusion. Proportions, a simple explanation. Do you remember our three other topics we have learned? Fractions, decimals, and ratios. Remember this? This is half. One part out of two parts. And remember this? It is also half, but just expressed in a different way. And remember this? Now, this is not a number. This is more like a statement where we say the total is 2 and the parts we have is one part of it. So, proportions is much like ratios. And the meaning is like all, the meaning is like all three. Why? Let me show you. Now let's understand proportions for real this time. Daryl eats 10 sweets a day. How many sweets does he eat in a week? This is a simple question, and let's annotate it to make sure we know what it's asking for. In a week. What's a week? 7 days. Exactly. Okay. So onto proportions. What are proportions? Proportions is basically when you list something. For example, if I earn $1 a day, how many dollars do I earn in 2 days? So we can list down days I work and my earnings. Okay. So as you can see, if I work for 1 day, I earn $1. How many dollars do I earn if I work for 2 days? This is a simple question. In order to get to work 2 days, you need to work 2 times of 1 day. Therefore, your earnings will double. So the answer is $2. Simple. Now that we have understand proportions, on to the final part, calculating the answer. So we know that 1 week is 7 days. 1 week, 7 days. We know that Daryl eats 10 sweets a day. So let's do the thing we did just now. Day, sweets. Our given information is we eat 10 sweets in a day. So day is 1 and sweets is 10. And now we know that 1 week equals to 7 days. We can safely put the days at 7. So this will be 10 multiplied by 7, which can give us 70. Hooray, we have solved yet another question. Give yourself a pat on the back if you have done it yourself. Last but not least, the conclusion. Proportions are much like ratio and equivalent fractions. How much to how much? So it's pretty simple. Remember equivalent fractions when we do 1 to 2, like 1 out of 2, then we put 2 out of 4. That's pretty much proportions. They're proportionate to each other. Inverse proportion simply just means inverse. For example, if you spend more time doing a job, if you do less jobs, you spend less time on it. That is proportions, less and less. But for example, if you do a job faster, which is more speed, but then you spend less time doing it, that is inverse proportions. This is just part 1 where we introduce you to proportions. There will be a part 2 coming out soon. Stay tuned for the next video. Goodbye for now.